Hello everybody, welcome to highlights of the Indianapolis 150 in the Platinum IndyCar Series powered by VOR. Unfortunately, due to some technical difficulties on the broadcast, this will be a post commentary. We will switch to live commentary 45 laps into the event. But Lewis Woodall is going to lead the field to the green with Gavin Sanders alongside him on the front row. Ivan Gianandis and Thomas Geisler on row 2. As the field dives into turn 1 for the first time, Lewis Woodall leads. Still from Gavin Sanders, but Ivan Gianandis is under pressure from Thomas Geisler and Max Janssen as well in the back. And they're going to go too wide already on the exit of turn 2. Turn 2 will be one of the main passing zones on the outside because you take the momentum out of turn 1 there onto the back straightaway. You can already see going into turn 3 now. Gavin Sanders alongside Lewis Woodall and Thomas Geisler alongside Ivan Gianandis 2x2 through turn 3. As Geisler is still hanging tough on the outside, making a pass on Hernandez for P3 at the moment. As Max Janssen also pops out of the draft from Ivan Gianandis, he makes the pass for P4. No, he does not quite do that yet. He has to stick behind due to the dirty air, so he is gonna stay in P5 for now. As we go through turn 2 on lap 2, we have a caution on the racetrack. The Aaron McLaren SP77 of Stan Meyer, he hit the wall and took out a newcomer in the series, Wesley Geelhoed, who was an innocent bystander in that incident. So 2 retirements on lap 2. That was the first caution of the race.
Green, green, green.
Starting lap 6, green flag is back out. Lewis Woodall once again leads the field to the green and goes into turn 1 with a comfortable lead for the moment. But with the draft around Indianapolis, that lead should diminish any second now. And it's already happened. Gavin Sanders closing up to the gearbox of Lewis Woodall. Those 2 drivers are teammates. And Gavin Sanders pulls off a clean pass, making his first appearance this season. Takes over the lead from teammate Lewis. And Lewis is looking for the clean air on the outside line. Very easy to run 2 lines around Indianapolis. With the way the new tire model works is you really need the clean air that you can get. And you are able to drive on the high side as well. So that's what you will see plenty of times during this race. And you could see it happen with Lewis Woodall and Gavin Sanders right there. Lewis Woodall takes over the top spot once again. As we go to lap 8, we have the second yellow of the night. And that is the 39 of Tim Rutten involved in that. We will have a replay of that here. You can see him slap the turn 2 wall. The turn 1 wall, sorry, and then he has got nowhere to go. Slides across the wall into turn 2 and comes to a stop in the middle there. And everybody else is able to drive by him without an issue. So starting lap 12 here, at the end of lap 11 of course, going green again. And it is still the VOR cars of Woodall and Sanders leading the way. Thomas Geisler is still in P4, Ivan Gianandis still in P4, Max Janssen in P5. That is the top 5 in fact. As we go to lap 12 here, Gavin Sanders to the outside of Woodall, the 2 drivers battling side by side. And this battle went on for a few laps. And Gavin Sanders eventually came out on top of that one as we go to lap 16 now. You can see the field slowly spreading out apart from Woodall and Hernandez. Hernandez is on the move, drafting up to Woodall. And he's going to have a look to the outside now, taking the momentum on the high side. Lewis is in the dirty air of his teammates. And Ivan Gianandis pulls off a relatively easy pass on the high side. I wouldn't exactly call it easy, but it definitely looked that way. But across the start-finish line again, Hernandez up to P2. And he is now challenging Gavin Sanders, but in the meantime, we also saw Max Janssen on the move, battling with Thomas Geisler here through turn 4. And he gets that position on the outside with all the momentum down the front straight. So good move from him, and he is one to watch during this race. About 1/3 into the race distance so far, Gavin Sanders and Lewis Woodall have battled, but Woodall is now dropping back a little bit, of course, like we just saw as well. As we had Manix Heister there battling it up with the leaders. About halfway into this race, you saw the first round of pit stops and the only round of pit stops in fact as well. Cars coming down pit road and back onto the racetrack. Here is the critical moment in the race though. Lewis Woodall and Max Janssen come into the pits with 25 laps to go. You can see Max Janssen gaining a lot of time on Lewis Woodall in the pit stops. And in the box, Lewis Woodall actually overshot his pit box slightly as well. But with a great pit entrance and exit, Max Janssen takes over the lead. And he is now battling with Gavin Sanders. He has 2 laps, fresher tyres on Gavin, Max that is. So that should theoretically be a pretty decent advantage here around Indianapolis because of the tyre wear with all the dirty air involved as well. But with 23 laps to go, Gavin Sanders took over the lead. And a lap later, Janssen took that lead back. And really from this point onwards, Max Janssen and Gavin Sanders were trading the lead pretty much every lap. Much like the real life 2013 Indianapolis 500. As we come off of turn 2 again here, you can see two battles on the track. The battle for the lead, of course, with Janssen going up the inside of Sanders here. And also Hernandez and Woodall battling for P3, but with 19 laps to go, we got the third caution of the event. And I believe that was for a self-spin of the 15 of Heister. Max Janssen going to lead the field to the green. Gavin Sanders, P2. Ivan G. Hernandez, P3. Green flag is out and we are back racing here at Indianapolis. I don't think you guys heard me on the caution, but it's going to be a straight dogfight, and actually never mind, that caution is right back out again. Oh, that's for Lewis Woodall. So there's a bump in turn 1 and I think that's what happened. That's what he hit on the cold tires. Car just steps out and he just did a Renus VK there. Let's see if we can keep it clean and green this time around. Pace car is in. Max Janssen picks up the pace. Green. And we are green once again here at Indianapolis. As Gavin Sanders pulls to the inside again. Still holds on to the race lead. Do I have to say though, Max is driving really well tonight as well. I raced with him in the virtual IndyCar series. Ooh, that's a bit close with Gavin Sanders there. Almost touching the gearbox as we go 3 wide into turn 1. This is not going to go well. Oh, or is it? Gavin Sanders wisely backs out, but I don't think he's going to be happy with that move by Ivan G. Hernandez. They're very risky with 8 laps to go. But then again, it's Indy. There you can see Ivan trying to break the draft as much as he can. Max Janssen going to have a look up the inside here as well, but decides to back out of it. As Gavin Sanders and Ivan G. Hernandez are still battling for the race lead. Ivan's got a nice and funny helmet, by the way. 10 miles of racing to go here at Indianapolis. And from this point onwards, it's all or nothing. It's winning or nothing. If they know what Indy means, if you know what Indy means, winning is the only thing that matters. So Gavin gonna try to break the draft once again.
The yellow flag.
We have a caution on the track again with a few laps to go, and that might even be the race. Who was ahead when the caution flag came out? Was it Gavin Sanders or Ivan G. Hernandez? It looks like it was Gavin Sanders. So it was Rogelio Gonzalez who was involved in that wreck. He was on the warm-up lane. Wow. So Gavin Sanders wins the Indianapolis 150 here in the Platinum IndyCar Series. Congratulations. The Season 1 champ goes to victory lane here at Indy. Ivan G. Hernandez and Max Janssen round off the podium.